Looks like it's live.
Yeah.
It's live. That's what it is. We won't be able to share the picture, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Didn't you say that you had asked it for some questions that
Yeah,
created?
We're gonna just go with what we got this time.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, the random.
Yeah.
Okay, surprising.
Here, you want to write one that I don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna wing it.
Oh, you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
So I just thought they don't think so that it could be like we pull it out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
8:45. In there. Perfect. Good evening.
Oh, we're already live?
Yeah, we've been live.
You didn't tell me.
Yeah.
I was like, I really didn't know. I thought we were about to press a button to go live. See, new to this. It's okay.
Yeah, we might be able to edit it after the fact. Who knows?
Yeah, it's all real.
Pretty good. Yeah.
All
So,
right, camera's there. Hey guys,
good evening.
welcome to our first live Mansfield Monday.
Today, we are here to talk with you, chat with you, answer questions. It's a live question and answer. So, anyone live can just go in the chat and ask us some questions. But if not, we have questions prepared and just walking through a presentation about who we are and how we're using real estate to create double-digit returns and showing other people how to do the same thing.
Yeah, well, so you're here with us now. My name is Nzingha.
My name's Tyrone.
We're here in our live from our home together. We are doing these Mondays every single Monday now, so that you can learn more about us, who we are, as well about our business, Mansfield Real Estate. And so that's what we're going to share and go into with you more right now. But I do want you to know, if you stick around to the end, we have a special treat for you. Get to go a little bit deeper into who we are personally and just learn more about us on another level if you stick around to the end. So.
Yep. Without further ado, at Mansfield Real Estate, we are focusing on connecting capital and communities to build a sustainable future. And that's what we're about. And so we're going to go into our vision of what we see and what we're really trying to create, and how we're trying to drive impact.
So the vision that we have is to begin to develop sustainable communities in which people can thrive and live in abundance, together in village-like communities where it's like maybe 8 to 10 families who are able to sustain themselves on their land, with off-grid capable housing that supports every dynamic of family, from actual parent-child families to different types of adult living, even all the way up to senior care living. We are developing that first with, we want it to have an infrastructure that supports this off-grid capability. So meaning utilizing different technologies, like solar panels and different thermal, geo heating and air conditioning. And then we also are looking to create this into spaces that have food production. So that what you're eating is healthy and it's local. And then there's also education incorporated into the community for young children, and continuing to support and develop the community as a whole.
Yeah, and we are going to achieve that by also investing in real estate, and as well as educating like-minded people about real estate, so that way we can build a relationship and begin to connect with community in order to build that vision and make it a reality. So.
And if you're there, just drop in the comments, where are you viewing in from? Where are you at right now? What city are you in? We are in Vineland, New Jersey. That's South Jersey, about 40 minutes southeast of Philadelphia.
Well, where are you from? I just want to start out. Where are you from, Nzingha?
I'm from Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl. Jersey. I grew up in Franklinville, New Jersey, really only about 20, 30 minutes from here. And I was born in Newark, New Jersey city, up in North Jersey.
Cool.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm from Michigan. I was born in Flint, Michigan. And then adult life, I spent a little bit of time in Ann Arbor, Michigan. But for those of you who don't know, you're from Michigan, you use the hand like here, like, because it's shaped in the shape of a mitten. So Flint, Michigan is like central Michigan. That's where I'm from. I moved here about 5-6 years ago. So I'm loving the Jersey area.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because I'm here?
Yeah, it's pretty much because, yeah.
All right.
And all the opportunity that New Jersey has to offer, being near those big cities. It gives you easy access to all of the amenities those cities provide, as well as you can get away from all of that just driving out 15-20 minutes. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there in the ether, people trying to play Jersey, call it dirty Jersey and stuff. Certain parts of it is, but Jersey is a really great state.
Yeah, very
densely populated for a reason. People like to be here. All right.
Okay. So what we're doing and what we're about. So our business plan, it develops from our history, what we've been doing over the last 5 years. So we're not just coming out of nowhere trying to, educate people about real estate. We're actually trying to share with people our journey. And so both of our journeys in the past, together, we've raised over $1.5 million of private equity in order to invest in real estate deals as partners. We've also managed over $2.5 million of real estate over the last 5 years. And we've gained anywhere from 10 to 60% returns for ourselves as well as our partners in those deals. There's stabilization, a metric that we stabilize rentals at about 48% above market for the last three to 5 years. So we have a lot of history in the short-term investments and long-term investments, and that's what we're here to share with you guys about.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of our like journey, our past history up to this, and now we're here together as Mansfield Real Estate Investments, with Tyrone being co-founder, acquisition and finance manager, and I being also a co-founder and operations and sustainability manager. And so together we run Mansfield Real Estate, and excited to share with you what's coming down the line with that and how you can connect.
Yeah, I'm super excited too.
Okay.
So why now? That's a big question that a lot of people might have. Why is now a good time to invest in real estate? There's a lot of turmoil happening. There's all these changes and uncertainty. So why is it now a good time? Really, when you answer that question, you want to focus in on how you invest. And the way that you invest, and the idea is to make money, of course, is you make money on how you buy. And a lot of people are familiar with that term. It says in real estate, you make money when you buy, not when you sell. So having a clear cut strategy, right, and experience going into the game, it's worth its weight in gold. And so to answer that question of why now, we have increased inventory. So as you all know, that with the increased interest rates on the market and the buyer demand not as high as the seller supply, we have an increased inventory in the market across the US. And so increased inventory means that there's more flexibility when it comes to making offers on these deals. And that's good if you're an investor, right? You want to be able to negotiate terms, lower prices, right? Make concessions based on what makes sense for you. And so that's one of the biggest reasons of why now is a great time to invest. The other thing is that we kind of went into is there's actually more sellers than there are buyers. So again, that gives you your leverage when you're going in there with us as a partner, making offers on these deals. You're able to negotiate. Also, there's slower sales and price reduction because of the supply demand, how they interact with each other. Things are moving a lot slower. Typically during the pandemic, things went under contract in a week or two. But now according to the May data, it's going a lot slower. The average time on market is 50 days, right? And so that's near 2 months. And people, when they're trying to sell, a lot of times you target those people that have been on market a lot longer so that you can get the most deal, because you're buying their property, right? And they're wanting to sell. So it's a win-win on both sides. So right now is a really great time to invest in real estate.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now that's why now, but why us? Why invest with Mansfield Real Estate? Well, we are always actively monitoring what is going on in the market at the moment. By analyzing deals and making offers daily, we provide access to undervalued properties. So rather than you going out and just getting what the real estate agent is pushing you because it looks good for his pocket, or pushing you just what's new on the market right now, we're going deep into what's going on in the market right now and finding those deals, those pocket hidden deals that aren't real bright and flashy up front, because you have to kind of like dig through the dirt to get to them. And that's what we do on a daily basis. So you get access to that those deals that are behind that work. We negotiate from strength. Having experience, especially Tyrone, he's a licensed agent here in the state of New Jersey. And before becoming an agent, he saw all of the gaps and the pitfalls that you kind of run into when you're dealing with an unexperienced agent who is just looking to make the deal happen, just looking to, get an offer taken in rather than really looking at the numbers and why it's a great deal. And then also negotiating from a point of strength of knowing what's going on in the market. And then we capitalize on price softening. We're securing below market deals plus concessions that boost investor ROI from day one. So ROI, if you don't know, that's your return on investment, the amount of money that you're getting back for what you put in. And so we like to make sure that we are getting that number as high as possible, not only for us, but for clients and partners that we work with.
Okay. I'm just curious. So when you did your real estate deal and you had to kind of work this property and gut everything out, when you went into that deal, after you were finished with that deal, what kind of ROIs were you seeing when you did that?
Okay. They may not know what you're talking about, but he's talking about a multifamily deal that I did most recently over in Pennsylvania. Multifamily meaning that it was 3 apartments in one building. I was able to get that building under contract with an FHA loan, first time home buyer. And that allowed me to purchase the property with only about $5,000 out of my pocket. But I purposely went after a property that needed value add in it, meaning that it had the possibility for value add, meaning that it was undervalued. This particular building had only half of the units rented out at the moment, and they were rented out at a very low rate because that tenant was in there for like over 8 years and they never raised the rent on them. Plus it needed some work to be done on it for it to get top rent in that market. And so I went in there, did the work on it, got that tenant out. Well, he chose to leave when he saw that I was working on the house and putting up the rents, and was able to make 3 apartments in it rather than just the 2 apartments that were in it when I bought it. And then I was able to, get over 48% higher rents coming into the building than what the market currently had on it. I did that through like utilizing short-term rental opportunities like Airbnb. And so that allowed me to get over like 58%. It was something like 58, 60% ROI on my investment in that specific building.
That's awesome. And so those different strategies that you might not have going into a deal, because you might not know or think to know about the different strategies you can. That's some of the experience that we bring to the table. We're not just looking at what's there, but we're also looking at what is possible based on experience. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Some of the services that we provide, the value that we bring to other people and to the community, one of those services, like Nzingha mentioned before, is real estate agent representation, right? So I'm currently a real estate agent at Coldwell Banker Realty in Haddonfield. And I represent clients, and I do that in a way that is not what I had when I was looking at investment deals. I wish that I had a partner that I could actually trust and that was looking out for my best interest, right? When I say, hey, I'm going into this property, I need to get this amount of return. What do you think the property is worth? Sometimes I would get a lot of answers about, oh, this property is worth way more than they're listing at. You need to offer in the maximum price. And it felt pushy, right? It felt like they were just trying to get the deal done. And I dealt with many real estate agents before. So when I made a decision to become a real estate agent, I wanted to be the agent that I never had, right? So no one else would have to feel that rush and feel like they just had some pencil pusher or something like that on their team. They had someone who actually cared about what they wanted to do. So that's one of the services that we provide.
Mm-hmm. Another service is real estate partnership and stabilization. So in acquiring and managing short-term to long-term real estate projects, we do that with allowing other people to come in on the deals with us. We take on all the management duties of the project as well as the stabilization of the project because of our expertise and our experience, while we allow others to be passive in real estate investors by just putting up upfront money to have the project, putting money into the project and then getting their money back with returns of double digit returns. Yeah. And then our last but most important, we feel, service is our educational public service. A little bit of like what we're doing now and all the tidbits and things that we share with you guys, that is based on our experience and what we're going through from day to day, sharing that information so that you can now have a leg up on that learning curve when you're going out and investing in real estate. And then how we offer these services is through our Freedom Family membership. This is a 3-tiered membership in which you get packed full of value things. You want to take them through the tiers?
Yeah. So first tier includes everything, right? So all of the things that I'm going to mention, it includes all of those. But the things that are specific to the first tier is you get first priority on partnership deals. When we go out there, we find a great deal, whether it's a short-term investment, think fix and flip, HGTV, right? Or when we find a great deal that's more of a middle term or long term, 3 to 5 years or more. When we find those great deals, we bring them straight to you so that you have first dibs and first opportunities to jump on that deal with us and get really great returns. So that's number one. And that's really a huge thing. So the other thing that you also get is exclusive monthly consultations. So if you're trying to do these deals and you're trying to go and underwrite these deals, but need someone else to give you kind of a second set of eyes that's experienced, we're the people that you come to and for those consultations. If you have property that you already have on the side and you're wondering what you should do to it, should you fix it up? Should you sell it? Should you repurpose it? Are there strategies where you can maximize what you have in the deal? Those are the kind of conversations we would have during those monthly consultations, right? And you also get all of the things that are included in the second and the third tier memberships, as well as a huge thank you from us. So some of the you can go over some of the other things that we offer.
Yeah, so the second tier, we also have like meetups. You get personal invites to some of the meetups we have. One of my favorite is our cash flow game night, where we actually take all of the like jitters and I guess stress out of actually doing an investment deal and just make a game out of it. You become the investor with the money and you actually play a game in which you create your financial freedom by finding passive income. through real estate and stocks and all types of things that the game has. So it's a really fun game night. We also invite you to weekly deal sharing and insider updates with us, where we're, like he said, sharing our specific deals that we found out here on the market, real deals that you can get in on. And then our live access to streaming events. So not only our in-person game night, but any live streaming event that we have that we see is important to get out there, you have first dibs on it. You have access to it. Really just, you're part of the family. And then so you get all tier 3 benefits are included with that. But then you go down to the last tier, or the 3rd tier, and this is a tier that is for free, and it's access to our social media and educational services. So it's just locking in with us, making sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram, and catching everything that we put out there so that you can be in the know and continue to connect with us.
Actually, yeah, and on that same page, in the thumbnail of the video, and we'll also include a link to it in the description, we actually have a QR code that you can scan and go to our link tree, and you can follow us, on all the social media too. So
yeah, check that out in our comments or whatever that section is.
Description, yeah.
Description, yes.
Yep.
All right. All right, well, that's the majority. That's basically it, what we wanted to share in terms of for the business. I know that might be a lot of information, but if you stay tuned, come back, see us here every Monday. We're going to dive even deeper into each of those subjects. So, we'll nuance approach to each of those things that we shared. And so you can really kind of understand the business, understand what we do and how we can help you. And then, so now we're going to move into our segment, learn something new about the Mansfields.
Yeah.
So we'll do it by each of us asking a question of each other. And if you have any questions that you want to ask of us, type them down below in the comments. And if we don't see them tonight, we don't get to it tonight, we might get to it on next week's show. All right, so stay tuned. So okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll ask you a question. Take out of the jar.
Uh-oh.
We usually use this jar for our family movie nights. Everyone adds a movie into it. And so when it's movie night, we could just pick a movie out without anyone feeling like slighted. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Would you still choose to invest in real estate if you won $1 billion lottery?
100%. Yep.
Yeah. Why?
Because I think that it provides opportunity. Real estate provides opportunity. And more than that, real estate is essential for all parts of life. And so my biggest thing is how do you give to that purpose, that cause of providing something that's essential to life? Well, that's investing in real estate. You're able to provide housing for people who need it, sustainable housing. You're able to, land, right? You're able to provide land that could be used for food, could be used for trees and just sustaining the environment. So also real estate is something that lasts. It's something that can be passed down. And so that you can help the next generation and the next generation to come. So it's just the possibilities are endless, and the amount of impact you can drive through it is endless as well. So, yep, 100%.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
I'd say the same thing.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So what is your favorite flower?
My favorite flowers are gardenias. Yes. Seems exotic because I usually don't see them in the store, in the flower stores or anything. But it's my favorite because when I was young, probably about 9 or 10. I remember going to my auntie's farm down in North Carolina, and in front of her house, she grew these gardenia bushes. And I remember smelling them, and it smelled literally like fresh cupcakes. And I just fell in love. That was the one time that I experienced gardenias growing, and it stuck with me. And so, as an adult, and you should know that this guy, he's being, I know he acts like he's like, well, oh, in case you didn't know, we're engaged.
Yeah.
And he's the first person that's ever bought gardenias for me. He not just bought gardenias, he went and bought like the actual gardenia bush, the plant, and planted them in front of our house for me and surprised me. And it was just like, it's the best.
That's awesome. Yep.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right, that's awesome. So now you know a little bit more about us. Let's be sure to connect if you want us to get to know you a little bit. Don't just share down in the comments. Connect with us through the QR code. Use our contact us form. Get connected with us. We'll be sharing all types of updates on there. Fill out a contact us form so that you can be connected with us going forward.
Yeah, we got a busy year ahead of us. There's a lot of opportunities. The trajectory that we're on is pretty fantastic. So stay tuned, stay connected, and
until next Monday.
See ya.
All right, peace.
Peace. Industry.
That was 30 minutes. Not less than 30 minutes.